Hello, my name is Christina Murphy and I work at the Berkeley Drop-In Center located in Berkeley, California. In the housing department, my position would be the housing support. They say that my diagnosis would be post-traumatic stress, complex anxiety disorder, ADHD, which is attention hypertension deficit disorder, and post-traumatic stress. When I was 6 years old, my parents both worked and I had a babysitter, and my babysitter brother sexually assaulted me when I was 6 years old. And when I told the counselors at the school, they called my parents. When I told my parents didn't believe me, so therefore I was put into a hospital and was told that I was acting out. In the hospital, they put me in a padded room. At 6 years old, they gave me medication. They injected me with some type of calm me down kind of medicine. They turned off the lights in a padded room and left me in there for hours. They told my parents that I was insubordinate and that the medicine would make me better at 6 years old. The most difficult part of my experience in the hospital was being told that being a kid was wrong. I think that a lot of kids are made to grow up fast, and I think that I didn't do anything that any kid wouldn't have done at that time. I was very hyper, I had a lot of energy, I was easily bored, and instead of them taking that as a strength, they took it as a disorder and a chemical imbalance, which turned into all these diagnoses, which has stagnated me in my progress of growing. My mom got fed up with the system because the system wasn't helping her. And so we moved back to California. When me and my parents moved back to California, things got hard and shaky because I had to adapt to the environment and the school system and the different kids and the different way that they teach. And they had to get used to my supposedly disorders that I was living with. At the age of 22, I started to go in and out of jail for domestic violence. I started acting out my anger because talking to the therapist and talking to the psychiatrist continued to lead me in a different direction to where I wasn't being heard. So what I had done was I had started taking my recovery in my own hands, and I started to ask, I started to look on the internet, I started to try a different plan, more cognitive therapy, more or less than taking psychomedication. I figured to numb my problems wouldn't help me deal with them. So what I tried to do was I enrolled myself in therapy. Wendy Lucero has been my therapist since I was 12 years old. She has helped me. I have not been to jail in over 4 years. I've graduated from Western Career College as a medical assistant. I worked up at the Tang Center. I went back to school because I felt like the system needed help, and I believe nothing about us without us. And so I feel that if I don't stand up for us, who will stand up for us? Today is 2014, and I am still working at the Berkeley Drop-In Center. I got a promotion. I work in the housing department, and I do housing support. So the things that they say, the stigmas of my disability has not hindered me from growing when I took my own recovery in my own hands. When I was hindered is when I let them be in control, them as the system be in control by controlling me with medication, by controlling what doctor I was going to see, by controlling what therapist I was going to see. Today I'm 35 years old, and I think that today I should be re-diagnosed because the way that the system's set up, that I feel that there's no way that you'll be able to diagnose a client or a consumer within 6 months. I think that it takes time and years of having ongoing services with them before they can diagnose you with just your current event of what's going on today. So today I feel that I should be re-diagnosed. Well, in my recovery today, I am sober. I do not drink alcohol. I stay in support groups. And I don't take the psychotic medications such as the Valiums and the Ambias if I don't have to. I don't take them every day, twice a day, because I have so much other stuff going on as far as work and school and my other goals I'm trying to accomplish. So I am in charge of my own recovery. Peer support offers ways to speak out and show you that it's okay to be who you are when you wake up in the morning. It's really okay, and that you're not the only one living with this, and you're not going to be the last, and that you can survive, and that you will not become a statistic or a number. Find someone that you trust. Find some type of support group that you can be a part of where they won't judge you, where you will be able to speak out and hear other people's experiences, to where you will be able to find the strength to speak out as well and find your strength in the supposedly weaknesses before you go and just speak out to people that their main interest is to put you on medication. Go to someone that their main interest is to get you help, to help you learn how to live with you. That's my advice to someone that feels that they're living with something a little different. Take control and be in charge of your recovery. Speak out on what you believe, because at the end of the day, you have to go home with you.